Hi, this is Nick in 3WG, and I'm going to give you a little demo of a project I've been working on the past week or so. So what I have set up here is a Elecraft K3. You see it's tuned to 14060, and on top of it I have a ThinkPad T60. And I have a serial port plugged into the back of the K3, and the audio from the K3 going into the laptop. I have a console up, or a command prompt, along with a couple helper applications there. And over here I have a MacBook Pro, and you can see it's running the Xcode IDE. It's the Apple development environment to code applications. So I'm going to try this with this little tripod pointing at the screen to see if it works. So the first thing I want to do is over here on the ThinkPad, I'm going to start up a server application that I wrote in C#, and you can see that it's created some servers run up port 7000, and it opened the COM port. So it's a K3 remote server. You see that up at the top. It gives you its local IP 10.1.1.90. So back over here on the Mac, see if I can do this. Alright, we're going to set this to run in a simulator and build and run. So the application popped up on the right. You'll see a couple fields here. We have an IP address, a port, a connect button, send CW, and a command button. And there's two text output fields below that, one that says server messages and one that says local messages. Alright, so if we hit connect, you can see welcome to K3 remote server, and this is a server message, so that means it's actually coming from the server running on the ThinkPad. So we're connecting over the network to the server running that's connected to the K3. And you see down at the bottom it says attempting to connect to audio server, and it gives you the URL there. So if I turn the volume up, you can hear that familiar K3 sound of dead air. And I don't have an antenna plugged in or anything, and I have the transmit set to test so that I'm not actually transmitting. So let's see what we can do with this. And you're going to notice a delay in the audio. That's something I haven't worked out yet, but it's the lowest I've been able to get it is 2 seconds, and the most is around 7 seconds, and it seems to be kind of random. So if I do send CW, type in hello, hit send CW, you can see it. We got a message from the server saying sending CW, and the command is KY hello. And that sound was actually coming from the K3, so it actually transmitted that. I'm in test mode, so it's not actually transmitting, but whatever. We can also execute commands here, so if we do an FA and hit command, it sends it to the server, which sends it out the COM port into the K3, reads the results, and sends it back over the network to you. So you can see that the frequency of VFOA is 14060. If we click the commands button down here, we have some buttons available. These are all the ones that I've added. There's plenty more I could add, but I just wanted to put these in here for the demo. If we hit up 1K, and it doesn't do anything on the iPhone, but we look over at the server, you can see that receive command up 4, which is the message to the K3 to go up 1 kilohertz. And if we look down at the K3, you can see that it's gone up to 14061. And if I keep clicking up 1K, you can see that it's actually changing the frequency. If I come over here and hit the down buttons, say for example, or say down 5K, we come back and look at the K3 and it's down to 064. Something else we can do on the application, if we type in a frequency here, like 7040000 in hertz, and hit set VFOA, you heard the click of the relays there, and now we're on 40 meters. So let's go back up to 14060,000. I'm sorry, that's the wrong place to be. Go back to commands, 14060, set VFOA, and we're back over to 20 meters. Now as far as receiving, over here on the right I have an 817 connected to a dummy load. So I'm going to be transmitting at 5 watts on 14060. and I have the radio set to 14060, so when I transmit we should be able to hear it. And I'm just using the keyer on the microphone, so it might be a little difficult to send, but I'll try. So this is the delay. So that's the delay I was talking about. There's a good 5 seconds there of listening, but I haven't actually tried this with a real QSO yet, so I'm curious to see how a 5-second delay would factor in. I don't know the maximum amount of time an operator is going to sit there and wait for a response before sending a question mark or whatever. So that's where it stands right now. We have full control via this command prompt here. We can send any commands we want and hit command. So if you have the developer's documentation from Elecraft, you can send any commands you want and completely control the K3. Something I haven't implemented yet is the text decode. So if you send the command TT1 to enable the text decode for CW, you're going to get a message back from the server saying decoding not implemented yet. And I ran into some issues with that, so I just turned it off for the time being. So let's kill that, and let's take a look at a real iPhone. If we can. Okay, so here's an iPhone, and I've already installed the application, and I'm connecting to Wi-Fi. I haven't tried this over 3G yet, but assuming you open the ports on your router to your home network, wherever your home PC is, it should work. And I'll probably try that after this video. But we hit connect, and we have the same messages you see in the simulator there. It says welcome to K3 server version 1.0, and then it connected to the audio server. And we can run the exact same commands here. So if I type in CQ, 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 DE, DE, N3, WG, portable 6, please, okay, and hit send. Then we wait for the delay. But it's actually being sent when you hit the send, so the delay is in the audio. And the same for receiving a transmitted signal. So if I send a couple key characters over here, and we wait the 5 seconds, we should hear it come in over here. And we get the same functionality with these buttons here. So if I set VFO to, say, 7030000, set VFO A, you heard the click, and the K3 is now on 40 meters. You can string commands together as well. So if I do FA semicolon FB and hit command, the trailing semicolon is added automatically by the server, but if you can string them together with your own semicolon in there. So if I hit command here, you'll see we got 2 messages output, if that'll focus. And there's a couple bugs. And let's say up 7, and it just went up 5 kilohertz. We can also change frequency here with FA 000140600000. And we're back to 20 meters. So my time's about up for YouTube. So that's pretty much all I have built into it now. And I'm looking forward to making it a little bit prettier. I just have some default Apple SDK buttons here, and no graphics or anything. So let me know what you think. Thanks, bye.